The governor of Kano State has been criticizing comments made by the governor of neighboring Kaduna about the security situation in the northwest. Abdullahi Ganduje says security agencies have told Kano, Kaduna and Bauchi State to work together to address security challenges in the notorious Falgore Forest in Tudunwada and Dogoa local government areas of Kano State. Well, one man trying to tackle security issues is Sheikh Dr. Ahmad Gumi, who has been visiting bandits and trying to negotiate an end to violence. Welcome to News Night. So the first thing we'd like to find out from you, Sheikh, is you've been going around Kaduna State and other parts of the country within the north, trying to help to bring peace to that region. But some governors are saying that this is not about securing peace with bandits because they're criminals. What's your thought?
Okay, it's a pleasure for me to be on the air with you. You see, there is too much bloodshed in Nigeria that enough is enough. We have to look into conflicts, the causes of conflict, and see how we can propose solutions that can be peaceful for all Nigerians. And we found out that there's no better, more safer, more cost-effective method of getting peace here. The message of reconciliation and the message of peace. And this is practicable. We have seen that. Zamfara State, I've been to the state, and I've seen a typical example that can be an example for the rest of the states that are having this herdsmen problem. Since Zamfara State, life is coming back to normal. People are going back to farm. Cattle is no more rustled, and the bandits are ready to put down their arms on conditions which they want the government to fulfill. So I don't see any reason for all this warmongering and the cry of war and beating the drums of war. It's all unnecessary. I think if the right way is followed, Nigeria will be a peaceful country. And I have that optimism, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Great. Now, in the course of your visits with the bandits in Kaduna and, of course, Zamfara State, you've been quoted as comparing bandits with Niger Delta militants and all those calling for justice and equity in the country, like IPOB, Odua People's Congress, and the rest of them. Would it be fair to compare bandits with those bodies like IPOB and the rest of them, and why?
You see, modus operandi can differ from one place to another. I'm sure if the IPOB have the that's what you call it, the herdsmen are doing. If the Odudua propagators have that, the citadel where they can hide themselves and attack and fight the armed forces, they'll do it. Any organization which is unconstitutional, which is illegal, and which does not recognize the authority of the Constitution, and then what's the difference between them? They are only, their method became so inhuman because, you see, when a small force is fighting a might, usually they resort to terror. Terror becomes their weapon of protection. Otherwise, when you speak with them, they are ready to put down their arms for conditions which are very easy. In fact, not conditions, for their own rights. Because their rights to live like all Nigerians, not to be lynched. You can see in Oyo, they are lynched. What's the difference between these people that are supposed to be civilized, going into a settlement made of, fibers, not even buildings, putting fire on it, killing people, lynching people, killing animals? What are the difference between them that are supposed to be educated and the herdsmen? So is this Nigerian psyche?
The issue for a lot of people, especially those who are arguing against negotiating for peace with bandits, is that there is some amount of criminalities in their ways of operation. And that criminality cannot be dispensed with for the sake of peace. All the other organizations that you mentioned, maybe they have not followed certain rules, maybe they have done certain things, but they don't kill and rape innocent citizens, and they're not into kidnapping. So what do you say about that, Sheikh?
Yes, you see, nobody can justify criminality. Criminality is criminality. There is no words that can justify it. But just look at it. IPOB, they never have the Nigerian Air Force bombing them. The Niger Delta never had Nigerian Air Force bombing them. If you look, their complaint is mostly against the military incursions, killing innocent people. So many reports we have. I myself, a soldier, came to me and confessed that yes, he has witnessed the annihilation of 10 Rugas. So what do you want the peoples to do? They resorted to buying arms. So how do they get the arms? They started kidnapping people. They didn't start kidnapping at all. And it's the end result of what this military solution we have when we can dialogue with them. Look at them. We're dialoguing with them, giving them gifts. They are ready to drop these arms and come back to the fold of Nigerians. Just for simple things, build school for us, give us hospital, give us water. I saw the drink from the stream, animals drink. Simple things that a dialogue can cure. Why do we always like? And there's an allegation in which these people said, they said, you military, you don't want this conflict to end because of the billions of nairas you claim for fighting, what do you call it, insurgency. So the military is not cooperating. I myself, I press the police and the Inspector General of Police. I give him credit, credit for assisting us to go and meet these people. But the military are not forthcoming. They are not cooperating. I don't know why. I don't want to say something here so that the bandits will not hear, but the military is not encouraging matters at all, because they are the beneficiary of this insecurity. But I want them to change.
Exactly, would you say the military is not cooperating with bandits? It's almost unbelievable the way that even sounds. Now, what conditions exactly are the bandits giving to the federal government to lay down their arms, and what gives you confidence that they will actually, abide by, whatever agreements that you come up with? And the governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, has frowned against any attempt to actually provide or give amnesty to bandits, so which you prescribe that bandits should be given amnesty.
Yes, you see, what is their main concern is that in the past, there are so many truths and agreements with the government, but they are usually betrayed. How are they betrayed? Because after putting down their arms, their leaders will be arrested, some summarily executed and killed. So this time they say, in fact, they attend such meetings because they see the clergy, not because of anybody, and they are ready to adopt peace. So what they want is amnesty. If you give a blanket amnesty to them, they are all going to drop their weapons and they will suppress the real criminals among themselves. So I don't see why we should not take this. And then for a state, I've said, it's an example, a model to copy.
Exactly what conditions are the bandits giving to the federal government to meet for them to lay down their arms?
They should not be arrested after laying down their arms. And they should have schools, hospitals. They should have well where they can drink water and their animals. And they want compensation for the collateral damage because the military has done a great damage for them. In a camp we went, they said there is nobody here who has not lost somebody through aerial bombardment or military incursion into their areas. They kill innocent. In fact, one of them said, we the bandits, we know how to hide ourselves from your machinery, but you are just killing women. We saw women, we saw orphans, children. So how can we be killing Nigerians like that? What kind of, the bloodshed is too much, it's enough.
So, Sheikh, just before we wrap up then, we'd like to find out, do you think the federal government will buy into this peace agreement, even if the IG of police, who is on his way out, agrees with you that this should be done? Can the federal government agree to it?
Yes, we are soliciting the government to listen, to listen and act fast. We want action. We want them to act fast. And I promise you, maybe the next time we sit here, if the government will agree, we'll just be talking about how safe our what do you call it, our forests are, and that there won't be any kidnapping. And we are pacifying these people because they have confidence now. They see that we are truthful, we don't tell lies, and we don't deceive. So I'm here to tell the military to cooperate. I've met the military. I have tried to meet the military commanders, but they are not cooperative. I was in the army myself. I will tell you our problem now is the military, the army and the air force, especially. I
All
want
right,
them to
thank you very
cooperate.
much. Sheikh
Since we have new chiefs.
Gumi is an Islamic scholar. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight.